guys. How are you today? Hope you're having a fantastic Sunday. Yay. Yeah, it's been a good weekend. I can't deny it. But with the president getting infected with the COVID, I kind of want to know how you guys are prepped out there in case somebody comes to your door, says maybe you're around somebody that was sick or could potentially need to be tested. Are you prepared to be contact traced? And what would you say and do? Would you just go? I just read an article about one of the people who are close to Trump. He is refusing to isolate and quarantine. I don't know. Do you have enough food on hand to go 2 weeks? I also just read an article about this family that was from Malden, Washington, which is the little town that completely burned up and was one of the towns that Jay Inslee went to and gave the terrible apple maggots. Oh, have you ever looked into HCQ? No, not sure what that is. I wish I was invisible. Yeah. Anymore. Some of my hello. Don't see me now. No, some of my gas stations even want to scan your ID now when you make your purchases and stuff. I'm like, no. No, thank you. It's Y9. Oh, I don't know. That seems like a pretty good superhero power. Yeah. I think a lot of people would choose that as their power. Me, I would probably like to fly. Mm-hmm. But anyway, I was reading about this couple or this family of like 5 in Malden. Their house burned out. They were staying with their family members, their grandparents and stuff, and everyone contracted COVID. And so the father, he kind of got it the worst, and he quarantined for a week at a hotel. I'm not sure what I think about that. If he even informed the hotel or all of the other guests that were staying there that someone was using the room for quarantine. Is that something you would do? Just go stay at a room? Yeah. Do you have enough food stocked up to where you can spend a healthy 2 weeks just not leaving your house at all? Most people don't. Most people go buy their weekly supply. Some are lucky enough to do a month's worth, but yeah, I'll tell you, when you're not going out and about and supplying those few little daily necessities, it can run out real quick. Food, I think, is going to be a serious issue coming up in the next few months. I've been watching a lot about North Korea because I keep wondering, where is their marvelous leader? And why, Trump, almost his whole presidency has been kind of talking about North Korea. But ever since this year started, it seems like it's been nothing since COVID, basically. It's we don't talk about North Korea and what they're doing. Did you guys know they just rolled out their biggest ballistic missile because they're going to have a big parade October 10th? Yeah, show off all of their wonderful things. I wonder if the doubles, I think he has 10 doubles, at least, Kim Jong-un. I'm sure all of Prince Charles, Trump probably even has a double. Pretty sure Melania does, all of them. Clones, whatever they are, they're body doubles. Yeah, I'm not even sure that their supreme leader is still coherent. I have a feeling he might be sitting somewhere in a hospital brain dead. But, I like those conspiracies. But I also feel like North Korea is definitely still probably one of our biggest threats, because China will use North Korea to be able to implement all of their terrorizing plans. Pretty sure they probably have a tunnel or something that they just... Sorry, I'm trying to read as I go along. They just keep filtering to North Korea. But yeah, we'll see when that big parade comes along. Seemed like since the beginning of the year, a lot of the big world leaders have just been kind of disappearing. You see less and less and less of them. There was even a weird video of like the Pope, and it looked like he was completely AI, hologram. Doubt it was even him. So who knows? Maybe they know this asteroid that's coming. I think there's like a super huge pyramid-sized asteroid that's about to hit us. I don't know. Who knows? They don't tell us nothing. Aliens are coming. They've been releasing a lot of alien information. So maybe we should all just book a trip to Mars to quarantine there. I would just quarantine at home. Hopefully. Unless they take me away to some FEMA camp, which is probably coming your way soon. The camps, they're prepping more and more. They prepped them 10 years ago, ready for this. The riots are only going to get worse. And that's going to only make the COVID worse. And schools are never getting back, guys. We're remote learning forever. Spokane tried to open up. They're already closing back up because people are getting COVID. So the pandemic isn't going away. The food crisis has been here for years. This ain't nothing new. It seems like every year around winter, we're told there's a crisis around the world. Next year, it's going to be even worse. Yeah, that's why I got my motorhome. So if I have to, I can just bug into the mountains and quarantine there. In fact, I was just reading about how I can create a wood stove using methane gas. So pretty much I can cook using my own shit. Good stuff. Stuff you should know. Yeah, the FEMA camps. They don't really talk about those much anymore, do they? I remember in the early 2000s, like right before the Y2K, 98, 99, people were really worried that the world was going to end. And, they were kind of getting a little panicky. I remember hearing a lot about those FEMA camps then. And I guess we just opened up a new military base in, I want to say Guam. Yeah. Do you know our largest military base in the world? It's in South Korea, 30 minutes away from the China mainland. And one thing Trump did do, which he is a good businessman, guys. I don't know why people think he doesn't know business, because he kind of does. He has worked out some pretty decent deals. He is charging South Korea like $5 billion a year now to operate that big military. Yeah, it's weird. I had no idea that South Korea was considered the 51st state. I guess there is 51 states. We just don't know it. They do, though. Yeah, we pretty much control their military. Yep, that's true. And did you know every South Korean man has to join the military? Yeah, 18 months. They go through their boot camp, and then for 8 years after that, they have to be in the reserve. I feel like that's going to be a scenario that Americans will see as well. It will start to be a little bit more where you have your duty to country, and that will come first. And constitutionally, it is kind of laid out that way to where you are duty to your country, but you also have your Bill of Rights and your freedoms. So your Bill of Rights is just what you as a person is allowed to do, but your Constitution is what you as a person of your nation is supposed to do. So, yeah, I do not see in the future where American men will be required to take military of some sort. Which I don't know is such a bad thing. I mean, to be honest, some of our men could probably use a little Marine Corps action, but I don't know. That's just my prediction of how things will probably evolve in the future for our society. And to be honest, I think that technology-wise and infrastructure-wise, they're kind of leaps and bounds from us. I feel like we're kind of stuck in the 70s and 80s here. We really like our gold and mirrors and stuff. We very much look like we are grunge compared to some of these Asian cities that they've been able to build in the last 10 years. They are phenomenal. Maybe they'll grow up and qualify as man at that point, right? I mean, where have all the good men gone? Yeah, definitely not the military. That's for sure. There's a bit of entitlement when it comes to American men. And I was watching this South Korean, and she was kind of talking about the differences between American culture and Korean culture. And it made so much sense that Americans were always kind of taught to preemptive strike. If your enemy even shows a sign that they're going to hurt you, you just strike first and don't even give them a chance to hurt you. But it's very opposite in Korea culture because they're Confucians and they don't believe in a lot of that kind of like preemptive. They tend to be a little more diplomatic or civil when it comes to that kind of thing. Right here. Oh, aren't we all? Here I am live, wearing my Lake Chelan flag, trying to be patriotic, but you know, our president is probably going to be put on a ventilator next week. Simpsons, they haven't been wrong. I kind of feel like there is a great leader that is going to die this year. The whole year, I thought it was going to be Queen Elizabeth. That was going to be the big story, that Prince Charles was going to come in, with the whole Harry leaving and that whole thing. I really thought that it was going to be the British monarchy that kind of takes over the headlines. But it hasn't been. Although we don't see her. I haven't seen her in a long time. We don't see any of the political leaders anymore. They've all bugged out, guys. And I tend to look for those signs like, I don't know, I said like a month or two ago, you're going to see all of the big world leaders start just kind of ducking out, disappearing. You won't see them anymore. You got to wonder why. What bunker are they going to? I just read about how they're trying to keep Antarctica COVID free. They're limiting the scientists that are there, and the ones that are there are pretty much not going anywhere, guys. So just the idea that they're trying to keep that continent free of COVID raises my red flags. Like, I don't even know what Antarctica is like. I really feel like it's probably the Hawaiian tropics of the South Pole. Yeah, I bet they have some really great scenes there. You could probably even get a suntan. I don't know. To me, it's like the surface of the moon, right? I can probably envision the moon more than I can Antarctica. And that'd be a good place to quarantine. So if you're thinking about it, get a sailboat, sail on down to the Cape of Africa and keep on going. That movie I was watching the other day, Dystopia, was talking about how they wished they could go to Africa and how it's just simply impossible in their time and day and age to even travel. And it makes me so sad. Yeah, I don't believe Kim Jong-un is alive anymore, guys. I'm just going to put it out there. And if he's most likely vegetative. We haven't seen his wife since April. And it is very, very classic for Korean women to stay bedside with their husbands. What are you doing? Fish wants a new game. This is a constant. I probably have more games on this phone than it's even allowed. I don't know how many more it can hold. I just downloaded Kick the Buddy. That should be fun. Oh, these flies. I need a fly swatter. Yeah, it was that heart surgery. He never came out of it, guys. What he's using now are body doubles. It's very common. I mean, it's well known that he has probably like 10, 20 body doubles. Plastic surgery isn't that hard either these days. Not important. That's funny. Yeah, my contact list is very small. Yeah, I hate to break it to you guys, but Queen Elizabeth might be gone too. Yeah, I have a feeling that she's no longer alive. And they know that Britain's not ready for a King Charles. In fact, I think they want him to step down and give it to Prince William, because they really, can you imagine? Camilla? Yeah. I also feel like Trump might be on his way out too. So, yeah, that could create some craziness come November if all this stuff came out at the same time. Our biggest threat aren't bombs and missiles, but spies. I think we had one of our big USS aircraft carriers burn in June. What was that called? Something Richard? Anyway, yeah, guys, those don't just burn for 4 days. It was burned by spies. It was probably burned by our own men who were bought off by Chinese spies or Russian spies. Or Al-Qaeda spies. Do we still have Al-Qaeda? Oh no, that was Obama, right? Yeah. Yeah. If you guys really think that Obama went and killed Osama, no. Osama bin Laden died of natural causes, and we just went in and retrieved his body after it was already dead. I truly believe that. We didn't go in and mess him up. No, we just had a deal with him that when he finally expired, we would get to go in and retrieve him, take him. So we could probably clone him. Who knows? Freaking weird science these days. I'm telling you. Oh, there's Atlas, a rare viewing of the preteen.
Hey, you, shut up.
Hey, you, shut up. Oh, man. A rare viewing. It's like seeing aliens in the sky. I must be needed, so I'm gonna call it a day, get on with it, do other things. But thanks for watching, guys. Tony, not important. Yeah. Have a great day. Thanks for the likes, subscribes. I do appreciate them. Bye, guys. Bye.